people in the middle of the room doing nothing.
Eventually, he was standing there
could see you.
visible in the middle of the room, and everyone.
No, he kept saying no. Because he wouldn't volunteer.
So,
Oh yeah, I didn't want to die again.
You didn't even know what it was, but you're
Oh
probably
yeah, we're
correct
gonna
in
be
saying
hunted
no.
at some point.
Oh, I know. I was there.
So,
Cool.
So, who wants to regale Adam with how you guys managed to convince the Fae and move out of the courts?
So,
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, I mean, deal or no deal.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Wheeling and dealing. They said don't make a deal with the Fae. We made a deal with the Fae.
Good. Good.
In exchange for the last vote that we needed, we are now going to be hunted by the hunter. Specifically me, Dan, and Batuk.
And Elysian.
And Elysian.
Yeah, we assumed Zadius would say no, and Felix said fuck no.
And if we survive his hunt and make him yield, it's all over. He can. It's a week, right? Was it
3 days.
3 days.
He's a long weekend.
He's a long weekend to do it.
Like, did it already just start?
No. So we've got like almost a year until it happens. It's an annual event until either he kills one of us.
Did you guys
or we
finalize
yield.
when the start date was?
It'll probably just be after the campaign, and we'll do it as a one shot. It'll be
Okay.
fucking rad.
Oh no.
But but
He's gonna bring like dinosaurs
Or not.
and shit. A
It'll be-
portal opens in Flashpoint, and out spills everything from the Fae. And on top of T-Rex, you see this fucking Fae. But we're all level 20, so it's gonna be great.
That's what I said.
There's
It's like,
only
all right,
4.
I'm gonna go back to bed. If you
Yeah.
want to hunt me laying in bed, go for it.
Oh. I was gonna do some simulacrum and contingency bullshit.
All he has to
you
do
sure you
is
don't
wake
want
you
in?
up, and then he can kill you.
But
He only said he would kill you
He
in your
wants
sleep.
the hunt. And if I'm just like, I'm just gonna go lay back in bed. Does he really want that? Is that how he wants this one kill?
That's how you're gonna big brain him? Okay. We're all
Talk about an
We're fucking
exploitative
dead.
deal.
Okay.
He said, "I will hunt you until I kill one of you, and if he's not hunting you and he kills you, no deal." You just die for it.
I'm sorry, if you killed me because you chased after me, that's hunting.
Oh no.
He didn't chase you if you're lying down asleep.
Oh no, you got Dan. Oh no.
Oh no.
Guess
He
we'll
did
see
also
you later.
say he wouldn't kill us
He
in his
portals
sleep.
out. Resurrection.
He did say that.
No, reincarnation. You are now an elf.
Oh.
No, Dan.
An imp, a kobold, something fucking
dragon.
small. A dragon.
Yeah.
Make him a dragonborn.
Dan would never do
So
that.
that's what
Dan
we
is
Okay.
way too interested in fighting.
The DM had
That's
these
true.
cool little colored tags
I
with
saw
all the
Actually,
names.
they were still here.
It made it really tactile and fun for my
Mm-hmm.
slightly autistic brain.
It made it a lot easier.
And it,
Slightly.
Slightly is a word choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we got all the votes for the Sealy/Unsealy court thing.
Okay.
No, sorry, we got admitted as a court, but then the vote happened for Sealy/Unsealy, and that didn't go through. So it's like, oh, but we're now a court, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
After there's a couple of background. The vote was to create the Sealy Court officially,
Yay.
and there was an expectation that certain courts would say yes to it that didn't vote, and they were expecting the newly minted Court of Stars to vote yes, and that was one of the Fae deals on your guys' end to hold in perpetuity. The Court of the Stars would vote yes to create the Sealy Court. Anytime that vote is called for, the Court of the Stars would vote yes to create the Sealy Court. They were expecting either the Summer Court or the Fall Court to say yes, and they saw neither of them say yes, which indicates that they might be in some way working together or having power over people, and basically saying you need to convince me if you want to do something further with the court. After those votes that you guys were part of, there's a number of different votes that the Fae go through that largely were slightly discussed but not really pertinent to your guys' mission. I would say that some of them you just abstained from because you didn't know. Whether or not you voted yes for any of them, none of them would have resolved, and you're seeing why What was his name?
The dude from the spring court.
Yeah, you're seeing why
Durian.
Luciferus was like, we have to do something about this. We show up all the time, nothing gets done.
Yeah.
So the only successful vote for any actual change, there was business that had been done, but nothing voted upon that was going to be changed. The only vote that was cast to actually make change amongst the courts at all was for the Court of Stars to be ratified or returned, and every other vote that was was brought up ended in a no or the status quo being preserved. Or I shouldn't say no, ended in the status quo being preserved. So either yes, we continue this thing that we've been doing even though people want us to stop, or no, we won't do this thing even though some people want us to do it. There were other businesses, other matters that were attended to amongst the courts and just things that didn't require votes that got attended to. After a certain amount of time, essentially, you see a small flood of like 8 to 10 different fae who are prepared, look like they have been preparing in a kitchen or organizing a banquet hall, usher in, and you hear like a literal bell, like a tiny little bell ring, ding 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 ding, and everyone across all of the courts stops at the bell and goes, okay, cool, and everyone leaves their podiums. Everyone leaves their circles and realizes that today's court's votes are adjourned. There's no more business to be had, and now it is time for drinks and food if you so choose.
We get snacks?
Bro,
Okay,
I've been so fucking hungry for
This is
week
fucking
now.
rad.
For a week.
For week.
And so there is a very massive banquet hall before you in the Fae that there's a series of tables that you can choose to sit amongst other Fae if you'd like to. You can sit amongst a table of your own if you'd like to. But there's a ton of food of various different
Sorry.
Sorry.
Your ball cap
you
collection.
can tell
Yeah,
you can tell some of it is like material plain meats like chicken or fish or cow, but there's also some meats that you simply don't recognize and are not quite sure where they came from. Would you all like to take your own table? Is there anyone that you'd like to discuss anything with? And this is more an open-ended. You can sit at a table, and if you'd like to discuss anything final with any of these people before you leave, you may. But if not, you can just have a dinner to yourselves to plan for what your next steps would be. Occasionally, people will come by drunk on wine to congratulate the Court of Stars and welcome them back. And the weirdest part to you guys is that even the people that were vehemently against you guys joining, as soon as the vote was cast, you guys were treated as if you were somebody equal to them. And you were, as soon as the vote was cast, everyone was like, all right, they're in court now, and the flip was switched. You heard me. And essentially, everyone acted as if they never said no in the first place.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there were people coming by, drunk on wine, to congratulate you, to welcome the Court of Stars back, to say things like, I always knew that you'd return, and other platitudes that mean nothing and you know it.
Cool. I'm gonna look at Rose.
Oh my god.
What? This is not about that. Is she getting a little liquored up?
This ain't about that.
It's not about that. Well, anyway, she really makes a bad decision.
How drunk is my hoe?
Okay, well, it's her hoe.
Oh,
You
okay.
notice
Don't
that
be so-
she has wine in front of her.
Yes.
She is occasionally drinking it, but you don't know whether or not she's going to be drinking enough to speak out of turn. Is the easiest way to say it.
I was gonna ask about the shackles.
You still can.
I'm gonna go. I just, if she was drunk, she might have been let slip. Other than, she might have let slip information that wouldn't have been tied to the string of marriage.
So Silrena and
I was on your side.
Silrena and Rose are at a table together. Not very close together.
Mhm.
They're there's 6 people between the two of them, but they're at the same table. And in the middle of them, you see Luciferus. Or I'm sorry, not Luciferus. You see the. Jesus Christ. The other dude from Fall. You see Pantahir is next to Rose, and then Cyril is alone, and between them, you know that these are the people that are essentially trying to figure out literally what is going on between them, and are poking and prodding around why it would be that you would work together in this moment. Because if you're Rose, you could have, and in many eyes should have, voted for this while she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the other is, why did you tell people to not vote for this, Cirilla? And why are you working together? But they're not talking to each other directly, and in total there's, I would say, 14 people at the table. Some of them are people that you met and were talking to in courts. Some of them were not.
Out of the okay. I'll walk up to her.
Sure.
With a drink in hand, and I will thank you for. Fuck, how do I start this? Shit. Low charisma.
No Riz.
No riz, nothing, dude. Cause I'm not trying.
Like a 6-7.
I'm not trying, dude. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Sorry about the other thing that didn't pass, but I had a question for you. If you had a moment. You said you knew something about my friend's shackles that were around her.
Yeah.
I saw you touched them, and a little spell went off, and I guess you did a little magic stuff. I'm a magic user myself. And
Sparkles.
I just want to know what you know, because I've been trying to learn about them too, and if they're a negative thing, free her from them.
I'm not sure that in their present state they'd be negative. Maybe when attached.
When they were attached to each other, they were.
I would see that as draining or dampening in some ways. I'm interested in how they broke, but
Oh, I don't even know that. You could ask her.
the way that they were made
Oh.
is similar to the way that they stole the font when they made the Court of Stars, and they took that land and moved it from here to there, and
Where
made
did
their
they?
little
Where,
slice of
so the court of the font of stars is what is gone or was gone. Where did they steal it to? Do you know where it went?
Her eyes go over to the Summer Queen, and she says no. You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah. She's fucking.
I'll tell you have to beat a 15.
Oh, 15?
Okay, cool. So, who wins that? Because I initiated a lie and you initiated the.
Oh,
Because
I don't know.
it's beats it, you know? You want to roll again?
Pizza.
No, I want to ask Cats.
Well, he's not here.
I know you're probably on.
Okay,
both,
16.
20.
Motherfucker! Damn it.
What I will give you is, you know she's lying. You caught the glance,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell she's very careful with how she speaks in general. And you got the reason why you were able to catch on to it is you got the same type of treatment. No, I don't know, what are you talking about? As in the court, when you came by and we were like, all right, how do we get you guys,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And she was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you're out of your mind. Same exact treatment,
Do I know you?
but in a different context.
Okay.
Um,
Out again. The font is the thing that Medvex stole? Or which
No,
was
so-
bound
so
or
the-
something?
The original lore of the Court of Stars was that they had stolen. Let's go to the fake courts. Let's go to the Star Court. Actually, I think it's probably in this section. They had taken the Evergold with them. And the Evergold is what the portal is that you pass through. It's also known as like the Fountain of Beauty, is what people call it. The Fountain of Immortality in some legends. You know it now as the place that would place you among the stars. You've been there. It's where her people are from.
Yeah.
She is saying, she is saying after looking at the Summer Queen. She doesn't know. And you remember your training with the druids that the at one point the Queen of the Seelie, Tatiana, before it was all broken apart into the different 9 courts, it is said that she may have like intentionally let people take it away so that she can expand her territory later. And like somebody eons ago playing the long con to eventually reclaim land that was once like use this as a way to grab a foothold somewhere else.
Okay.
Whether or not that's true, not sure. What you do know is that both sides have said that it is a relic of the Fae. Both sides have said it wasn't originally in the Beastlands. People in the Beastlands have corroborated that. Why it got there or how it got there is where people disagree.
Okay. Who did she glance at?
And she glanced at the Summer Court, who was also the one that didn't establish the Seelie. Who is like, if she were to vote basically ever to establish the Seelie, it would pass.
Yeah. Okay. Weird. Well, that's odd that you would know about it, but then it's odd that you would know about it, but don't know where it was stolen to. If you know that the magic is similar, and
well, I'm saying it's being broken is what I am unaware. The material people brought it and used it, and
the material people from our plane, from the material plane,
from the world that you all come from. Yeah,
they brought it.
Don't. Well, they brought the bindings.
Well, shit. So, are you saying that somehow somebody here helped them do that?
I might be saying that. What you, if not already, haven't figured out is that a lot of people are playing a lot of games here that are not on the surface and no one else is playing. And frankly, I hate it. But it's how we are, it's how we've been, it's how we'll be.
Well, if you hate it, then who did it? Seems like you know a lot more than what you're letting on. I'm gonna signal Farmer Dan.
Danning intensifies.
he's eating a chicken leg.
Fuck you want?
I might need you though. I might need you on my 6.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know why you're the person I called. Maybe there's some sort of like some subliminal message there.
I think. You didn't need to tell me that. Nobody made you say that.
No, nobody did. You're right. I said it on my own volition.
She says, I hate that this is how we do business, but if I'm the one to change it, I will be the one vulnerable initially. If I were to just start giving away everyone's games,
you're like one of the strongest courts.
One of. And
Would other people
it's not as
agree
if
that?
courts can't fall. You should know. And she nods towards the table with the rest of you sitting. With Elysian.
She nodded towards summer.
She said
nodded
in
towards
this
spring.
instance she nodded towards
Oh,
Elysian.
I mean, first when I was talking to her, I'm sorry. The person she looked at, she glanced.
Her eyes hit Cyrilla.
Cyrilla?
The Summer Queen.
And that's the person. Is she like a distance away, or is she like right there?
She's like 6 people down.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna outright say it. What if I go talk to Cyrilla?
what if you did?
Oh, seems like if you don't know something, then maybe she might.
She looks down the table and she says, she just asks for you. Let me make sure I'm actually saying it right. I think it is Cyrilla.
I'm very invested in this court now. Like,
Well, you did
Oh,
study
sorry.
a lot.
Silverina. I was close.
Silverina.
We were both close. She, as you say, what if I go ask her? She says, Silverina, do you know
I'll do it
about
immediately.
the shackles? He wants to know. And she yells back down the table. She has been drinking.
yes.
And she yells back down the tables. The ones the wizard made. And she goes, yeah, on the Star Queen or the Moonlight Queen. And she goes, yeah, the burned one. I think, probably, right?
The burned one.
Which is the other name for Medvec.
Mm-hmm.
And she continues and she says,
burns.
she says, wasn't there someone that helped him though? And she looks puzzled, like she's trying to remember a name.
Oh.
But she's been drinking.
Remember it, bitch.
Try.
Can I assist in remembering? Oh, I have read thoughts.
You do. You can. She did not roll highly enough to remember the name in this state right now.
I can sober her up.
Sober her up. I need to know the name.
How?
It's like I believe that's something that Lay on Hands does.
It gets rid of a
It would.
poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being drunk is-
Yeah.
Go,
It's like I've got I can make 13 people sober.
Dan. Ruin this person's night. Actually, no. They're getting drunk is fun, and then they
harsh
can do it
the vibe.
again.
Harsh the vibe.
Harsh survive, and then they can just do it again. It's double the fun.
Is it
Okay, it's
double
like
the
it's like I'm just walking through. It's like, oh, excuse me, and then boom, and now they're sober.
Okay. So Silverina, I will roll instead of like that. You see, as the liquor leaves her mind, and it becomes clear again, that there's also the remembrance whether or not she's supposed to disclose and the reasons why she should or should not disclose.
Read thoughts.
It's just surface level until you probe deeper, correct?
Yeah, but this is coming to the surface, right? This is like right there on the tip of her tongue.
So what you do get from surface level thoughts is that there's a number of connections to highly connected court people, and that if she were to tell you, there would and could be action against her from you. Because she knows that, and she kind of goes through the motions of like the 5D chess of the number of different courts that would make moves against other courts and the fall of it all. And the so what of it and the takeaway from it is that she would look bad and Rose would look bad. And it is interesting to you, upon hearing all this from her mind, unbeknownst to her, that Rose seems so okay and open with talking with you about it. And you see, like, both in her face and her mind, this anger and this, like, fury and there's daggers being stared across the table
From
down
Rose?
towards Rose. From her.
From
The last thing you hear in this before she starts verbalizing things is like, "What are you doing?"
Nice.
So Rena says to Rose, "No, I think the wizard largely helped himself. I know that her people, something was taken from the font to make the shackles, but I think that's been reclaimed by the Fae since then."
Oh. If that's been reclaimed by the Fae and it belonged to the Court of Stars, may we have it back?
It never belonged to the Court of Stars. It was stolen in the beginning.
Oh, wait, what?
Stolen from whom?
Tatiana.
Ah.
And Rose goes, "No, she gave it to them." And there's like a bickering amongst the table about whether or not the thing that was stolen was actually stolen. And you've lost the table as they start arguing amongst themselves.
Race war!
It's not race war. It's legend lore. It's a bunch of people arguing about religion and faith. And you've lost the table, but you've gained a lot in that.
My powers of observation.
I believe what you would have gleaned from this is twofold. Number one, Rose and both the Fall and the Day courts absolutely do know something about the shackles, and are in some way in very significant cahoots. And it's potential that if at a later date you are able to separate one or both of them and discuss things with them, they may be able to disclose information. The other thing you know is one of the Fae courts. You're not sure which because she was very, even not knowing that you're reading her thoughts, she was very quick and clear in her thoughts and the way that she got there. Essentially, when she got sober and she started thinking about it, and you saw the remembrance come across her face, in the time that you took to cast the spell, she steeled her mind and realized what she was doing. And I think you would be able to surmise that one, if not more, courts were part of the downfall of the Star Court, and also one of the courts was also responsible for her being taken in some way.
Dang.
Whew. That's a lot to unpack.
So, let's recap the shackles. All that shit, plus, involved in the shackles, Prittons, somehow, some way associated with planar magic. There are many, but had to be made by many people. We're not supposed to break. There's my bullet points. Is the table like still bickering?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my own table.
Work here's done.
Well, I'm gonna say thanks, sweetie, and walk away.
She waves and goes back to her wine.
Dan, can you make her drunk? No, don't worry about it.
It's like I can't make her drunk.
Lay on hands.
It only goes one way.
We'll do the opposite of lay on hands. Just take a bottle of hand.
Just like poison or something. I don't know. But you guys, if there's other things that you'd like to discuss with any of the things, you certainly can.
in my book
If
right now,
not,
yeah.
you have the night to plan.
There's like one or two.
For anything that you're trying to do once you return to the material, or you can just return to the material.
That's what I'm gonna do, folks.
I have to go home.
I have like a piece of bread,
Sorry.
and then I pull out the necklace, and I'm like,
Let's go home.
Where are we heading home?
I was gonna go back to Swaywood.
We could not.
Too fucking bad, and
And we go.
right outside. You know whose house? Right the fuck outside. No, you know
Nancy
what?
Riddle?
I know where I'm going. In the fucking basement.
You know, we
To the
get
teleport
stuck
circle?
In the ground.
Do you want to? No, we won't get stuck in the ground.
We're close to
can-
the earth.
I can hit that target. You have some faith. I just want to see your face.
Why?
We need Felix.
Yeah. Why are you picking on me?
I'm not picking on
Yeah,
you.
you are.
I'm picking next to you. We need to unpack what the fuck was going on in that basement.
Listen, it'd be a lot easier not to.
That's not a very Felix thing to say. Because you're always like, deal with it. But now
Yeah.
this is all of a sudden no?
It's a little close to home.
It's a little close to home?
Yeah.
Literally.
Like a block or two?
I mean, no, but yes.
So you was like a 10
So
minute
how about we go
walk.
back to your mom and dad?
If you want to, we can go back to my mom and dad's. But I don't see why. I mean, where are we going? What's our goal?
I have no fucking clue.
Let's find Talik.
We can
Kill
find
him.
Taylor,
Okay.
or we can keep kind of stalking, kind of beating around the bush of Medvec, trying to
just
figure out why the
go
fuck
to
he wants to...
Commonwealth finally.
Hold on.
We also,
The fuck-
we also
hold
can
on,
go get
fuck
paid,
1
'cause
second.
We
Go
do
back
have
to
a
Rose.
payment pending.
Okay.
All right. So from the material plane, from your playground, or wherever the fuck we're from, where your pets are, somebody collected her, a guy named Medvec, and he also wants to collect me because I got in the way. Why is he collecting things from different planes? And I'll pull out the letter, how it has like the planer wheel with like the beastlands and those. Why is he collecting things from different planes? What's his goal here?
I don't know what the moron's doing.
What was he? So he obviously needed to collect her.
I love the idea that you were like, hang on, you run back over to Ross's
Yeah, I run back
table.
over. It's all fucking. They're gabbing. They're fucking yelling at each other.
Wait!
Wait a second. Tell me about this man and his motives.
Like, if he came here and if maybe he didn't come here, if he came here and stole and took something from the plane, what's his end goal with this? Why is he doing this? Why is he collect? Like, what's? You obviously know him as the burned one.
We know him as the burned one because he destroyed the city, the Court of Stars,
Okay,
through fire.
it's a great first line. Don't speak in a riddle.
When have I?
I don't. Atosh is tired of fucking riddles. In the plainest way you can say it. Well, okay, he destroyed it with fire? Like with like magic fire from the sky? Or like a spell? Could you tell if it was a spell? You're obviously a magic user.
I'm sure it was many spells.
What was the point of him collecting things? Did he say why?
Did you have a little chat?
Yeah, did you talk about it? You talk a lot.
Do you have
I'm-
like a sheet behind
I'm
saying this is
aware-
my motives?
I'm aware that he was
Like a
employed as a
manifesto,
person
maybe.
who would be a useful idiot,
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sounds about right.
rather than someone who respected courts would fear.
I like that. Useful idiot.
Man, imagine somebody thinking you're a useful idiot.
Thank you.
Think maybe that's why he's stealing, because people think he's useless, and he's like,
I think he's
Fight
trying to
back?
do something with the planes.
I also want to just point out again, she and they see themselves as so far above the material that to the people on the material, he's definitely not that. He's a very respected council member of a very populated city, of a very populated nation, right? But she's essentially saying to the Fae, he's a tool to be used, not a person to be respected.
but he's useless.
All right.
No,
And I'll go back to the
he's
table.
he's useful to do things that they wanted to do that they couldn't do themselves. One of the courts was responsible for the Court of Stars having fallen.
Okay. I don't know. I'm keeping the Medvec thing in my mind the whole time while we're also stalking Talik and these other things.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, the Duke owes us a favor, right?
The
Too?
Duke owes us a favor, and
And he's in Commonwealth.
he is in Commonwealth. Yeah, the Duke owes us a favor, and also something a bit get paid.
Can't get paid.
Atakune? We can get paid.
Well, isn't Atakune with Talik and Hulk?
Yeah.
Last we
somewhere.
heard, anyway.
Yo, so we say, hey, let's meet up to get paid, and then we stab him in the face.
Okay, how do we tell him that? Do your farmers know where Atakune is?
Well, I figure he just knows how to shoot him a message to his noggin.
Is that true, Zach?
No, not that is.
It's
I
not
don't
true for me.
He throws psychic blades. What do I know?
You're
That's
also
fair.
aware
He
of,
also hates him.
Oko
so
Lucci,
maybe.
who had told you previously that he fucking hates that guy, and if you need his services to locate him so that you can do something about him, let him know. This was a man in Build Trap that you had met.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was just another gang member that you guys were like, we don't want to deal with the gangs.
We sure did. We went into Gangtown and said, "Oh, I don't know if this
We
is our
should go back
style."
to Bill's Trap, where I committed multiple felonies with a fireball. Let's go back to Bill's Trap.
You fireballed there?
I did.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought my brother was around, so I went kind of haywire.
You did. I remember that.
Kind of went off the deep end there.
Yeah,
I
that
did.
was rough.
I hope he's doing okay.
Me too.
Me too.
Have you talked to him?
Bill's Trap. You know what? He's. I don't know.
You
about
saved
that.
him and you were like,
Buddy, no, I was
You're
like,
saying,
buddy,
cool,
and
now
then he's like,
get out of my
our
life
people,
again.
no,
You
he's
don't
like,
have
our
magic?
people suck.
I
You
think he
suck.
wanted
You have
to
magic,
leave.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. And he's like, I don't even want to talk to you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let him marinate. Bill's Trap or Commonwealth?
Bill Trump.
Build trap, I guess.
Okie dokie.
Elysian, any last marriage proposals you want to make before we leave?
Nice slider. No.
As you say that, you see a lord from the summer, from the spring court on his way over. You're like, get me the fuck out of here.
No, I'm gonna drop line way out of your league, bitch, and then just bamf out, even though he's a lord. Aren't they shorter than us?
Faye, no.
No, aren't they?
Well, I
Not
mean, you guys are all
necessarily.
fucking tall,
They
so
float.
maybe.
Some of them were
But-
probably taller than.
But
Oh,
many of the Fae are very.
I'm not against a short king.
Adam.
What? What the fuck did you say his name? Oh my god.
That wasn't even passive aggressive. That was just you just chose violence.
5'8",
That's not
No,
short.
you're not.
5'8"?
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Alright.
That's not tall. It's not like I'm bragging. Like, if I was gonna lie, I'd be like, yeah, 5'11". Like,
Stand up.
no! I'm fucking 5'8", 5'9". I'm in that range.
said no,
He's
you're
like a 6'7".
Jesus.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. I just have seen 3 videos on it, so it must be a thing that kids are saying these days. Do you know about the 6'7" thing?
No.
Okay, apparently it's a thing.
7, 8, 9.
The fucking Zoomers are doing it. I don't know.
The Zoomers I teach are special.
Anyway,
I mean, I'm not tall, but I'm not short.
You're average right there.
That was
spoken like a short
Same.
king.
That was a
Dude, same.
dagger.
For real.
That was kind of fucking mean.
My mom and sister.
I think the same height as him.
Yeah. My mom and sister made fun of me for being short my whole life, and I'm
5'8" on
like
5'8"
exactly fucking average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite 5'6". My sister's like 5'10" or 11. My mom's 5'8".
See, that's tall.
Most of the women in my family are very tall, so I
Yeah.
am very short compared to them.
But yeah.
But I'm taller than most other people I interact with, so I don't know.
Yeah. I never
Shrug.
thought you were short.
All of our cousins.
Me, I mean, I do just because of journalism.
Well, right, yeah,
nonsense,
yeah, yeah.
But I know I'm not.
All of our cousins who are, there's 3 of them
Uh-huh.
on my dad's side, they are all 6 months younger than each of me and my siblings.
Oh.
So I always got hand-me-ups from my cousin because he's like 6'7" now.
Uh-huh.
The middle sister, 6 months younger than my little brother, is like 5'2".
Uh-huh.
And then the youngest sister, who's a junior in college now, she is like 6'8" and a half. Like she's fucking.
Wow.
They built taller rooms, taller ceilings in their house specifically for her. Because in their old house, it was a really old house. She had to like duck to get under doors.
Yeah.
Their dad is only like 6'6". The mom is like 5'8" or something.
Uh-huh.
Only
Astounding.
6'6".
Son, daughter. What? I was like, hey Melinda, how's it going?
Volleyball?
She has. Yeah, volleyball, basketball, you fucking know it. Because she didn't have to do anything, she just had to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
it's like-
she's 6'8". Yeah.
Bro,
That's
do you know how to
insane,
do for
man.
somebody who's 6'8"?
Reach things on high shelves.
Do you know the things that I would do to have somebody 6'8"?
A height with the number starting 6 anything.
It's like coaching
Volleyball,
in 4 years. I've had one girl whose height started with a 6 and it ended in a 0.
So
Moving on.
anyway,
So, build strap.
where in Build Trap do you take us?
Not at the very bottom.
The
please.
alleyway.
The alleyway you blew up.
Hey, it's cleared out.
Sure.
I know it very intimately. I will not miss if there's anything that has to amount to that spell. I don't even know how the amulet works. Give me a minute.
Yeah, bring up
I thought you just had the spell now, though.
I don't have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
That saved me a spell slot, dude. I can now cast Scatter, Contingency, or Delayed Blast Fireball instead of Plane Shift.
Moving up in the world.
You tell me.
While wearing this amulet, you can use the action to name a location that you are familiar with on other planes of existence. I make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you cast Plane Shift. On a failure, you and each creature and object. The whole table is just fucking gone. Within 15 feet of you, travel to a random destination. Roll a D100. Is there a table?
Yeah.
On 1 to 60, you travel to a random location on the plane you named. On a 61 through 100, you travel to a randomly determined plane of existence. Okay, this could go very badly.
Homie.
Have you been drinking wine?
No.
At this Fey encounter?
I've been holding a drink because I wanted to keep my wits about me when I was talking to Rose.
Okay. So you're not rolling a disadvantage, is all that.
Yeah, it's like, bro, if you had even the slightest amount of tips, he's like, I'm sobering you the fuck up for this shit.
Can I get a bless, though? Can you bless me?
Like, that won't help. Is it an attack roll?
No?
Then it
Plus
won't
it's
help.
Attacks and saves.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's
I'm
like-
a fucking Vidalkin.
It's like, guidance
Oh, it's a
helps.
save. Damn it. Advantage on wisdom, charisma, and intelligence saves. So, intelligence check, do I add my
You
saving?
said straight up intelligence.
It's just
So
D10
you
plus
need to
intelligence
roll-
mod?
Yeah, you need to roll a 10 or higher.
Oh
And if you don't,
We scatter.
Go
We get to have some fun.
go somewhere
Wow,
else.
God, bitches. And then you've got however many 7th level spell slots you have to get it right.
No, he doesn't because he doesn't have
I don't have
friendship
it prepared.
Get it right tomorrow.
I don't know it. It's not in my book.
So,
Oh, shit.
It's not in my book.
are you rolling just a random? What kind of roll are you making?
He's making an intelligence check.
Check.
This plus that.
Cool.
I really wish it was that.
It's like, who,
Guidance.
Guidance? What's that do?
You
D4.
get a D4 to your ability check.
Hey, does it say
Take
the
it.
word C? Check.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey, guidance helps.
Just check. What do you mean,
Lame.
What do you mean?
Roll the dice.
No.
See a 1.
Dude, if he rolls some
I
crazy
think I
shit,
got
that
you,
just
man.
means you have to
I
prepare
was-
it.
I-
So,
No, I don't.
You think you learned this new spell?
I haven't used it yet.
fuck that.
Okay,
Welcome to
I
the
get
plane
like a
of
friendly
you just
pat on the
died,
back.
bitch.
You can do it, buddy.
that's your spell
Guidance.
Hell yes. You got it, bud. As you cross your fingers, can we all
It's
like
like,
hold
do-
hands and kumbaya, please?
Yeah,
I think everybody
absolutely.
within range. Oh, 19 on the dice.
Yeah. You
I
were
was
the
just saying,
planar
do you have any
shifting.
portents left?
Do you have any
No.
portents left? No.
He's
I
just
burned
a
an
roll.
18 and a 20 talking to fucking fairies.
Yo, my guy.
It's
right.
needed,
Big
honestly.
dog.
That's correct. So,
But, doesn't matter.
on
By
an
the
18,
second
I
session,
think
I
you-
knew we weren't getting out in combat, so I was like, I'm gonna burn him.
on an 18, you are taken to where you wanted to go. Is that correct?
It's a 21.
On a
actually.
21?
21 plus 5, 26.
Right. So on the necklace, the result of you passing the check is what?
On a successful check, you cast plane shift.
Okay. So now
What
we
is
just
plane
have
shift?
successfully cast plane shift. So now we go to plane shift and say you and 8 willing creatures.
Okay, it says you appeared near or in that destination. For example, you might arrive in its street of steel before its gate of ashes, looking at the city from across the sea of fire at the GM's discretion. So it is your discretion. Alternatively, if you know the sigil sequence of a teleportation circle, which I do not, I can use that circle specifically. If the teleportation is to a small hole of creatures, they will appear close to unoccupied space.
Okay.
So I
You
can
could use
this-
Anti-Riddle's teleportation circle.
I don't.
You could use anti-riddles
I
teleportation.
don't know about that. She's an anti-riddle isn't in Bill's trap.
No, you couldn't.
Oh, it's a spooky one.
That wasn't a teleportation circle.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, no.
I know what kind of circle that is.
Oh, no.
Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Not gourd. Actually, pretty gourd. 19.
19. It was not a teleportation circle. It was some sort of ritualistic circle. The DC to know even what nature would be a 20 or higher. To know exactly what it was, 25 or higher.
It's a bad circle.
So it was a ritual circle of some sort.
when I tried to connect to that circle, I had internet connectivity issues. But this one, where do we go in Bill's Trap?
So in Build Trap, you do end up in the alley you've described as the place that you had previously fought some people that were trying to put the hit out on you and collect some coin. You see the charred remain of like against the wall of where somebody had gotten fireballed, and
See that?
You're taking back fond memories to Batuk running up the wall to attack a guy on the catwalk all those weeks ago together here in Build Trap, and you've successfully made it from the Beastlands to the Feywild, from the Feywild to home. Off screen, you guys aren't aware, but everyone in the Fey court just sees you and the table all disappear, and they go, "Well, that was rude." And then there you are.
Hold
the
on,
table didn't show up with you.
I don't think the table went with me.
It didn't go with you.
No.
The table went somewhere.
Oh.
Smashing.
I feel like that's gonna out of game. I feel like that's gonna come back in the campaign. Like we're gonna be like busting through a dungeon. It's like you open the door. There's a table. It looks familiar.
It has chicken on it.
It's rotten. Oh, I actually feel real bad about that. Oops. I'll get him a new table.
I
Well,
think
it didn't
you,
land with us, so you might not even know that we took it.
True. I think you would also know that even if they had lost the table with food, they wouldn't really care because they've got a ton. They've got far too much money between all of them.
Yeah, I have a feeling they don't really care. Annoyed at most. And even that's probably strong.
Got it.
But you once again show up in the city of Build Trap. So there's a couple people that you can go and see and consult. You still have Zedis' contract, Ugam, in the city. You can also go and seek out Oko by the dock. He is one of the major players here in the city, so asking around specifically for him is not the most challenging task to do. So if you would like to seek him out specifically first, you can. Otherwise, you can get your bearings here in the city of Build Trap, as you've been gone from the material plane for about 8 days since you get, 8 days in the Fae.
Yeah, it's
like
been
with
17
druids.
years.
And then 3 days in the Beastland, so you're at 11 days.
Okay.
It's been 11 days since you last were in the material plane.
And time is 1 to 1.
Felix, the air feels thick.
Oh.
Just like almost like
Oh,
you're almost like you're breathing in with a humidifier near you.
Oh, okay.
Like you can feel the air just as heavier.
Mm.
Coming down from altitude.
Now the material plane bothers you too.
Yeah.
Oh, your
That-
stat resets are no longer vibrating.
Well,
Something.
no, I'm still vibrating. When
I mean,
we
you're-
went to the Beastlands, my passive went up to 27, and then after we trained with the Fae, my passive just now is 27.
Oh.
So I brought it back with me, essentially.
Okay, cool. So you're.
I'm permanently fucked.
Oh boy!
You notice everything.
There was a period in time in the Beastlands where your passive perception was 32,
37.
37.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right at the very last second there. But yeah, that was fun.
So here in Bilge Trap, one of the things that bothers you is that you know there's crime, and you know that nobody's policing it up.
Yep.
And now, sometimes you can hear it happen.
Oh God.
Oh.
Amazing.
He should have just inherited the family business.
So what next?
We could have gone back to Sway.
No.
And we could have gone.
No, it's fine.
You guys good if I take like 10 minutes real quick?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna summon Cannoli.
Okay.
I should have guessed.
What?
My Pegasus, Cannoli.
Oh my god. No.
I thought it was what happened to Bob.
He was.
No, Bob's the camel.
I know.
Yeah, but now he got a Pegasus, and his name is Cannoli.
You have both, or you?
It's like
or
I
you-
could have
or
both.
you traded in the both.
That'd be so fun. Castile and.
Have you ever ridden a camel
Christine.
riding a Pegasus?
Can't say half.
No.
know what? Yes, I have.
I didn't know if you like upgraded your vehicle or something.
It's just
it
like
is
the
a
game
new
Camel
spell.
Up, they're just all stacked.
Yeah,
It's like,
camel up.
before it was
Yeah.
find Steed, now it's find greater Steed.
Camel up. That game fucks. It's so
oh
good.
man.
I don't feel
Oh, bless Camel Up.
Camel up's so good. That's all my family wants to play now when we go home.
I'm so glad I finally got a
Camel Up.
copy.
Ours is in German. Is yours in another language?
Mine is not in German, but for a while that was the only way you could get it.
Yeah.
Because
Ours
it got
is German or
discontinued for a
something.
minute because they were reprinting stuff. They were doing some
Yeah, whatever.
fixes.
Losers. What do we need to do, guys? I have gold.
I went to tabletop and said, "Call me when you get it," and they did. So
You have a guy.
if you tell them you want something, they'll let you know when it comes in stock, or they'll order it for you if they can.
That's nice. I have mini golds, so if we need anything...
Many goals.
I have much gold.
I thought you said you had like 50 or something.
No, I don't have much gold.
Maybe don't say that out loud.
I
for
have
fun.
also much gold.
I'd like to see them try.
I probably wouldn't share it.
They will try.
I need to... okay.
After just spend a lot
I took
of
one
money.
of your spells at some point, by the way, and put it in my ring.
Do,
Just
you know,
stole
do
it.
I know what it is? or
And
do you
revenge
steal
it. You had to cast it inside the ring. So yes, you do.
Intervention?
And
When
revenge.
he updated his spell slot?
Innovation. A tendril. Inky darkness.
I don't know. I'm not a wizard.
I don't know how any of that works.
Oh, and you can do bonus
I'm a
action
human
stuff
man.
too while you do it. Oh, that's pretty broken.
Anyways, guys, this is cannoli.
There's just a unicorn in the middle of this cesspool now.
Hey, it's not a unicorn, it's a Pegasus.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What color?
It's white.
It's a magic horse.
It is a magic horse. It is significantly smarter than me.
Special weapons.
Hit with a target.
That happens, buddy.
Awesome.
It starts like running out with its hoof.
Okay,
I'm just fucking
I need to
with
find a weapons shop.
it. Just starts talking.
A higher end weapon
Hey, it
shop.
can't speak.
It can speak to you.
It can.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
So
like-
you revisit
Now it's
where
fine.
you had originally
It's like
tried to
having
do this
conversations.
1-2 swap Rubakumashu with the bag of holding.
Oh yeah.
And in return to
I'm so sorry about that.
I look at Felix when I say that. Crime.
you return to the best weapon shop that you know, which is actually just a pawn shop here.
It's the only shop we know. Let's go.
There are other shops, but they're going to sell mundane weaponry.
Yeah.
This place has some magical goods. And he recognizes you guys as you come in and goes, "Ow!" And you see him turn around and you see him
Hey!
check his, you see him check his
Sign
bag of
closed.
holding to make sure that he still has it. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And you see him like grab something, not his bag of holding, and he's holding it. You can no longer see his one hand beneath the bar. And he goes, "My favorite customers."
Anybody need anything? Fuck.
First thing you say to this guy.
Yeah.
You walk in and ask if anybody needs anything.
I need a sword.
A sword?
Yeah.
You
You
need a
don't
sword.
use a sword.
Can you fucking let me play the game?
No, we're just gonna
No, that
roast
was in
you.
character. I'm sorry.
No, that was in
Character
character.
That was in-
This was in character. Like, you need a sword.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's roleplay because I said you don't know that spell. Okay. let me get another run at that.
Never
please.
forget. You don't know that spell.
Let's run it back, please. Hi, I need a sword. This is your cue.
You don't use a sword.
So you can't use a sword.
I'm maybe not as good as you, but I'm
Like,
learning.
squeeze your biceps. I'm like, I don't know, buddy.
Thanks. Been working on it.
Not sure about that one, big dog. Also, if you just need like a regular sword, I have just an extra regular sword.
No, I'm full role playing here. I'm looking for a katana. Specifically, like a +1. Or a
What?
What?
for what? We're in builds trap. What the fuck do you care?
Just
Good answer. Good answer.
walk in
Thanks.
immediately
Survey
inside his
says-
hometown.
And he takes out a fully fledged katana from off the wall. It's a little short, but it is a katana.
Dang.
I wanted it to be like
It's
super
like
long.
it's like 4 inches shorter than what you'd hope it to be.
Cool. Is it like does he outright tell me if it's a +1 or like?
He does not, because that doesn't exist. But he does show you. He goes shik, and he shows you there is some form of runic carvings in the like towards the sharp end of the blade.
Can I hold it? Does he let me hold it? I guess.
I'll find you. Like it's
I'll
right
find
before.
you.
I'm not going anywhere.
He passes you across this just barely short katana.
I'm gonna cast Identify.
Okay.
Spending a spell slot for Identify.
So-
That's a fucking wild thing to do.
So
The almost katana.
this katana is a +2.
Fuck.
It does a D8, and if you're attacking a heavily armored foe, you get a D4. To hit.
In addition to the D8.
No. So when you roll, it'd be an attack roll plus the D4 if they're heavily armored.
Got it.
So essentially, it has bless within itself.
Mhm.
If the target is considered heavily armored.
How much is this?
How much you got?
How much I got? 8,500.
8,500.
Mm-hmm. I'll start dumping gold out on the counter from the bag.
Just bang, grabbing it by the fistful.
No, I'm dumping.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
Because you say 8,500 gold, I imagine it like comes out of the bag like a, and it like stacks itself.
Could be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more fun to just go 1, 2, 3.
Can you count to 8,500?
And just see how long it takes for him to just be done with it.
I'm looking for the items. Where the fuck are the items? Oop. There we go. These would be rare, not very rare, but then with the addition, it would probably be coming closer to very rare. He will counteroffer and say 9,000.
9,000? You got a deal.
8,999.
8,501. 9,000?
9,000.
Deal. And I'll give him the 9,000.
Okay.
Homie's never driven a car before, modeling
That's supposed to be a 5.
It is a short sword, not a long sword.
Mm-hmm.
So it will use a D6 be piercing finesse.
Didn't you say it was a D8?
Oh,
I identified it.
you're
yeah.
right. Sorry. So I guess it uses because it's a katana.
It's a short sword, but it's got the properties of a long sword.
So it's a long sword, can't be used versatile.
Still
Can't be used two-handed. So it's a D8 only
Mhm.
slashing.
For the game-ism purposes, I'm still gonna hold it with 2 hands because I think it's cool.
That's fine. You just don't get the extra damage.
Yeah. Sweet. Chink.
What did you need a sword for?
You just.
I mean, I'm sure he
I
has
told
a
you.
plan.
I'm learning. You see, I always have a plan.
I believe you have a plan. I just don't understand it, but that's okay.
Does he have any
I'm sure magic's
daggers
You will know when I
for
unsheath it.
sale?
Okay.
that
I
I
don't
have a
think I
plan.
will.
Yeah, you will.
Something will probably
What kind of
explode and
dagger?
catch on fire.
I don't know, something special, something nice.
You don't like any daggers you've ever looked at, Zadius.
I know.
Maybe,
keep
maybe
trying.
one day.
You do keep trying. I do respect
What you
that.
working with right now?
I show him my dagger that's +2.
I mean, a +2
That you never
dagger's pretty
use.
fucking badass.
I know, but you never know what you're gonna find. It could be something nice.
Don't you just make your own?
So I
With your
do technically, but I use
magic?
the weapon that I
Something?
have.
I don't know how it works.
I use the weapon that I have,
Uh-huh.
and I conjure that basically over and over.
It's kind of weird.
I got this one for you, but I don't know if it's necessary. It's not a shot, but it's got some other stuff with it.
Okay.
And he pulls out a just an edgelord dagger. I'm gonna be honest with you. So he pulls out this dagger that he was
beat the
actually
rep.
holding below the table. Prior to the sale, he was not comfortable with you guys being in the store. This was the weapon he was previously brandishing. He pulls out this dagger that has a skull on the base of the hilt, and then the sheath of the dagger looks like a rib cage. You can see the dagger through the sheath, and it is just a black dagger in terms of like the blade. Both the hilt and the sheath look like they're made of some sort of bone. Don't look real bone, just aesthetically. And he slides it forward, and he says, "This one would be 8,000, 9,000 gold too."
Okay. What does it do?
It does everything. It kills, it stabs, it cuts open your letters. I don't know. What do you want? What did you think it do?
Yeah, it's a dagger. It's
I'm gonna find out what it does.
Can you please?
You should charge him.
Sure.
Why you come after me for money now?
It's a +1 dagger. If you so choose,
that
when you
wouldn't have been
hit with this
character,
dagger,
you're right.
you can expend a hit die and gain an extra 3d6 necrotic damage on top of that damage.
He is.
Cost you a hit die to do.
Ooh.
So, okay.
So it's a +1 dagger without anything. It's just a regular +1 dagger. If you so choose, you can use the hit die,
And that adds.
and then it adds 3d6 necrotic.
Holy fuck, that's cool.
That is really cool.
Come on, a little bit of fun.
You stand in the back.
Yeah, you don't do shit.
You don't use hit
You
die.
need to get up there with a D8 rapier. I always say that. Like
You
a broken
do.
record. Find a rapier!
And
I
the one
have a
time he did, he
rapier.
A
died.
cooler one!
Well, I have a +1 right now.
This does require attunement.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't have any spots for attunement. I have 3.
Sure you do. You just have to make
Does my
one.
sword require
I
attunement?
don't think it does. I was about to say. Let me go back to the others.
I like the things that I have, though.
No. Yours does not require attunement.
How much would the how much would he buy? Like, if it was trade, how much would he give me for the +2 dagger?
For the +2 dagger, the net cost would be 3,500.
Okay, so the dagger plus 3,500 would get that other dagger.
Correct.
What about a rapier +1?
4,500. That rapier plus 45.
Okay, I will say the one time you used a rapier, you did go down. But I wasn't there. Maybe I was. I don't pay attention.
I will do the rapier and the 4,500.
Okay, and then you're attuning to this.
Yes. What am I unattuning from? Well, take a second to figure that out. But
I will message you the dagger.
you said 4,500.
Yes.
Let's do 4K. It's 4,000 gold, and then would that be
5,000 silver.
500 platinum, or not 500?
50
50 platinum. That's what I meant. 50 platinum. Okay.
Good doing business with you.
Anybody else need anything? Want to look at anything? Anything?
I mean, I wouldn't know what to look at.
I wonder if this is.
What is your heart desire?
It might be in there, but it's also not.
I don't know. Nothing?
It's
I'm
from
not sure.
Got
Tal'Dorei.
260 gold.
Okay.
I have a lot more than that. But,
Does he buy spell scrolls?
Not at this shop. I don't think you'd be able to really sell them here in Build Shop.
I figured, but I'd try.
He would buy them, just not at a rate
Yeah,
that
not
would
at a-
be realistic.
It's not what I know they'd be worth.
He would fence it if it's stolen,
Mhm.
but then he's taking a his cut, and there's the whole shebang.
Do I have the curse part of this?
Why
Because he
did I-
identified it,
Uh-huh.
so I would have known about that before.
No. I've said a year ago that curses are not revealed by identify,
Mm-hmm.
in the same way that his sword wasn't.
He did say that.
My sword's not cursed.
Thanks for ruining that it's cursed, Adam.
Sorry. Well, I mean, it says it was only revealed when it was cast as identified.
I know, that's what that says. I'm saying curses are not revealed by identify. In this game, you have to attune to the item. It's pretty trivial to break a curse, aside from the artifact weapon.
Gotta remember, I have that item. I have to.
Yes, it is not.
I don't.
It's
I
like,
also
could
don't know what
break
you're looking
you-
for.
Sit.
I could remove a curse from you tomorrow.
Okay.
I wasn't
I
planning
don't
on
think
it,
it's
but
necessary.
I
I think you're
could.
fine.
Not when I'm going to be spending a lot of hit die.
Righteous.
It looks fine to me. You're spending a lot of hit die. On what?
Damage.
Oh yeah.
I'm going
Oh,
to.
I mean, removing the curse removes the attunement to the dagger, so you can't use it anymore.
How long does it take to deattune
What?
from something? I guess.
Yeah,
If the item is cursed, you are presently cursed by the item. If you break the curse, you're breaking your attunement to the item, not the curse on the item.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I technically have an attunement slot. I'm not using it right now, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted anything special for you, buddy.
I don't know. I haven't had. I don't have. I can always get another weapon.
I mean,
I've got the flame time dagger, which I'm not currently attuned to. I'm using the. I have the sensor now because I'm a cleric. Because I thought it was funny.
I mean that thing's really good.
It
It
is
is
really,
really
good.
good.
The sensor's really fucking awesome.
I don't think we've been in a combat since I switched to it, but I do have it ready.
Some shit to fight. We need to fuck some shit up.
Where's the brawl pit in this town?
Where's the fucking Kraken? Where's.
Let's go beat up some drunks at a bar.
Pulls out a sensor. Cast delay fireball.
That's not beat up. That's kill.
There is murder.
there
Felix.
is murder. Yeah.
But if you're murdering criminals, is it murder?
Yes.
How much would you buy this for? And I'll give him the orb of shielding. I have it marked as Selvis on my sheet. It is
lets you cast shield?
no. It just reduces necrotic damage. It's a necrotic one.
Oh, okay.
It's a Maridin Obsidian Orb of Shielding, and it is a wondrous item common.
Vertical.
Okay.
Done.
My money.
Done. What else you got? What else you need?
What else you got? What else you need?
I wanted to sell the talking doll, but I don't fucking.
Got any boots?
Kind of boots.
We can talk to Rigizo.
Speedy boots?
Yeah, some like speedy boots.
Okay.
And he pairs out. He pulls out a frankly unremarkable pair of boots. They look sleek
Just
though.
my style.
They look sleek though. They look like you could. They look like hiking boots,
Mhm.
where it would give ankle support and be really nice to wear on a hike. But they look very form fitting to the foot, almost like those shoes where the toes go into it, their own thing. Not quite that form fitting, but that like
Interesting.
thin.
Okay. Tell me about these boots.
Well,
You
when
said
you
they're
got these boots,
fast-ish?
you get a little faster. You get a little going in your pep in your step.
I would like to a little pep in my step. That sounds great.
You get a little going. You get a little moving around and getting places. Doing stuff.
I don't care. I don't know what magic items are worth a tosh.
I mean, I'll.
2,200 gold.
Bing.
If you roll initiative, you get to add a d8 to it as well.
Oh, I thought he was asking us to roll initiative. I'm like, oh my god, in the shop?
In the shop.
No, these are the boots of the
You
vigilant.
get to add 8 to your
You add a
initiative.
d8.
D8. Still roll a 1. Are they attunement?
Boy.
They're not attuned.
Hell yeah.
What?
I'll give you 2,000.
2,200.
2001.
I already gotta sell his thing over here with this little ball or whatever I just bought. I gotta find out how to
You're
do
right.
that.
I'm just messing around. 2,200's fine.
That's not funny. 22,300.
22,300? What?
Yeah, 2,203.
And 3? Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
I just had an Tom's just like trying to big brain his negotiation style. Can't fucking do it. And I'm like, Dan, what's he doing? And I need somebody on his level.
I don't know how to.
I-
I don't know how to barter.
I think he sucks at negotiating.
Yeah.
You get the boots of the vigilant.
Boots of
While
the
you wear these boots, you sense impending danger. After you roll initiative, you can choose to roll a d8 and add it to your initiative roll. Once this property is used, you can't use it again until the next dawn.
Okay.
I like wordings like that, where it's like, after you roll initiative, you can choose to. Bleh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you get
The
those.
boots of the valiant vigilant.
Vigilant.
Boats.
Batoop, you okay with Bashy?
Yep.
He'd look for some bullshit that I couldn't even begin to guess. Tell me I'm
Well,
wrong.
do you have an item that would break the game in some way?
Yeah.
Cats will take that.
But it's gotta be like a really simple like item at first. That
Deck of
just
many
then
things.
fucking
Every card in the deck.
He did Batoop.
He
Full
would.
card.
I've got 100 or 260 gold.
I don't think you're buying anything with 260 gold. You can buy mundane items.
Elysian, you need anything?
No, I've
You
been,
can buy
trying,
some-
I've been trying to think, but I really don't. think
Genuinely,
so.
if you would like, you could buy some poison.
No,
150 gold to buy some poison.
that's not his style.
Oh, you don't need anything. You don't need. He's not saying you have to get something.
Do you have any anti-dragon items? Dan loves hating dragons.
What about liking the dragon? Did I say that out loud?
Anti-dragon items. I don't even know what that means.
That's fair. Me either. I don't really understand how magic works.
Me either.
That's
Is
fair
that
too.
when you turned down the date?
I think I know what I'm doing, and then it changes the next day. No one tells me anything.
Maybe you want
You've
maybe
seen
they got
the
like
dragons.
a cloak or some jewelry.
Ooh. Cloaks? Badass.
Cloaks are pretty badass. I mean, I know you have your.
You
coat,
guys just showed
but-
up in your fancy attire.
Oh,
Yeah.
you still
Straight
have that
from
on?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm in a purple ass suit.
Yeah,
Would
and-
you count potions, like healing potions, as magical healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just needed to know. Just to make sure.
I don't know exactly what it does. As a general rule, do you not want to be healed, or do you want to be healed?
You can heal me.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah,
It's like I don't want to know exactly what it does. I just want to know.
yeah, you can.
I
still
think
heal.
he would let you know if
Although
things
most-
are a problem.
Yeah, most people don't heal here, so.
Quit reading it. Don't look at it.
I'm not. I was
Oh.
staring at the table.
Don't cheat somehow.
I was
For
I
all
was
the
thinking
healing
about
spells that
pho and
You could
Hey,
buy
Josh,
some,
cast.
You
some
do love
sooth
fuzz.
salts.
I was thinking about soup.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'll sit down. Look at my work. Shit.
Eyes on your own
I
paper.
need one of those like dividers they give you in
Yeah.
elementary school.
I mean, there's drugs here that will make you smart for a bit.
Hell yeah.
no, that short circuit me.
That'd be so funny to see you like with one of what is that?
They've got
Yes, the headband.
they've got straight up dynamite.
Okay, now you piqued my interest. How much for dynamite?
100 gold a stick.
That must
Done.
be some pretty fucking good dynamite.
Done.
Hey, my background is pyrotechnics, so I have proficiency.
How many are you
That's
buying?
so true, dude.
Just one.
Just so damn. Just
One stick of dynamite. It's a bundle. Never mind. Each bundle of explosives can be lit and thrown up to 30 feet as an action. It explodes at the start of your next turn. Creatures and objects within 20 feet of it make a DC 12 Dex saving throw, taking 66 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a success. Tiny, bad DC fireball.
Bundle of dynamite.
Yep. You can only be thrown 30 feet. It blows up for 20 feet.
It's like I have a feeling that I'm not going to be using this on people.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty attitude to have, DBH.
No, you use it on a building,
There's-
and then you use the building on people.
Fair. That's a good idea.
There's a truth serum that this guy would have.
I don't need that.
Got a dog out back.
A dog?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you have a fucking what now?
You have a dragon out back?
You have a dog?
Just sell you the dog, yeah.
Can I bet
How much for the dog?
50 gold.
What the fuck is this dog?
This is the snow dog. Pulls your sleds and whatnot.
How did he get here?
I've already got a...
All kinds of shit ends up in my board, okay?
Honestly, fair.
I think you don't want to ask questions you don't want the answer
If I'm going
Yeah.
to spend 50 gold on a dog, I'm going back to the good boy.
to. Those dogs ain't your thing.
What about cloaks? If Elysian's not asking, I'll ask.
I don't want a cloak.
Okay.
This is for Felix.
Cloaks are badass.
Cloaks are badass.
I have my coat.
I
I know,
know.
but cloaks do stuff.
He takes out
Like my cloak lets me fly.
He takes out a very thin leather black
My
cloak
cloak lets me fly.
that looks burned.
Like that.
Okay.
I can just wild shape.
And you're not sure if that was the leather in by choice
Well,
or if that
I
was the
can't.
skin that the leather was crafted out of that was
Uh-huh.
burned. But he takes out a cloak and says, I don't know what you're trying to do with it, but you could, like, I guess you could be a dog instead of buy a dog.
Be a dog.
I don't know. That fits Felix really. Like I feel like that fits your character very well.
I mean, he's
Felix is
he's
a golden retriever.
boy,
Right.
Yeah. That's so tempting.
We just live out the rest of your days as a golden retriever. Just vibes.
Just vibes. Yeah, no. Tell me how much you want for the dog cloak.
This would be 5,500.
Dog cloak.
5,500.
Wow, that's a lot. To
That
turn
is a
into
lot.
dog.
Is it attunement?
It is attunement.
Okay. Cool.
Do you turn into something other than a dog? I feel like this is
Not
tricky.
really.
No.
Nah,
I mean,
man.
you kind of do, you kind of don't, you know?
Okay.
Listen,
We
I
can identify this one too if you want.
fully prepared to just go for it, honestly.
Where is my?
Yes, dog cloak.
All right.
5,500.
I will message you dog cloak.
Okay.
It allows you to transform into a hellhound for an
Oh.
hour using actual polymorph.
Like, seems like a fever dream.
Using actual bond.
That'd be so weird
That'd be
for
so
him.
fucking awesome.
Can you imagine him coming out?
Cloak.
Like that never has happened before to him, and he just
Wait.
like walks
I had a
out.
feeling
He's
you
like,
were
So
gonna do that.
what
Felix,
the fuck is
you
this?
turn into an evil dog.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, a lawful evil dog.
Oh, touche!
Got
Gotcha!
him! Got him! No problem.
Got him, fam!
Oh god, I'm good.
Got him.
Incredible.
Oh, good times.
Thanks, buddy.
What else you want? What else you buying?
I think we bought a lot.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I spent all my money.
Thank you.
You look like you got a lot to spend. What's with the
No,
get-ups?
we just dress like this. We were at
Yeah.
a party.
People like you, when you dress like this, you know, people make assumptions.
That's fair.
All I'm saying is we
Are
can
you
use a little help out
concerned
back.
about us?
You know?
Are you concerned about this?
I'm not concerned about you guys. I'm concerned about running my business.
Oh.
And so, you know, a little hop out back, and he's actually just pointing at his bag of holding where he's been putting all the gold.
We need to change.
Yeah, it's like, you got like a room that we can change.
Actually, I have a room where we can change.
Yo!
Hammock, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
we
use
do.
a hammock for the first time just to change.
We also have
Let's
the...
not use it in the Beastland so we can actually like, sleep in peace.
We
But
actually
let's
have, we also have, hold on, we also have, I've been waiting to pull it out in like the middle of a combat when we're all about to die, the Rod of Security.
What the fuck is that?
It just instantly takes us to a safe place for like 90 days.
Oh shit, it's that thing.
Yeah. It's
For
pretty
90
cool.
days.
We can just use the hammock. It's like,
Is it up to 90 days?
it's like 90 days divided by how many people. It's a fucking stupid amount.
Rod of, what is it?
Rod of Security. I got it right here. It's,
yeah.
you and 199 creatures of your choice.
Oh.
And
Oh, that's right.
you take them to an extraplanar space, and you can like tell the extraplanar space what to be, and visitors can remain 200 days divided by the number of creatures present. So if there's 5 of us, we can stay there for 40 days. 6 of us, a little less.
Or you can just use an action and end it.
Yeah,
Why did we not do that when we were in the Beastlands?
I forgot I had it.
We had two
I'm telling you
different
this in
ways.
character. I forgot I had it.
So we
I'm
had
so
two
sorry.
different ways to
I'm
have peaceful
sorry.
rest.
And it
we
didn't happen.
chose-
Seriously, I'm so fucking sorry.
How many uses does it, like...
I can use it once every 10 days.
Once a fortnight.
That's pretty cool.
I'm really sorry. I was reading.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Felix.
Felix, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You survived.
In a way.
In a way, yeah.
But in another way, Felix died.
I mean, I certainly didn't.
The,
But-
fe- the, Fel-
He's been reborn.
the Felix
Sure.
that we knew before we
Yes.
went to the Beastlands is gone.
That Felix died when we went to the basement. TBH.
You need like another book or whatever?
Do I need another book?
Yeah, like one of those, and you just
To my grimoire?
just towards the thing.
What do
next
you
to
got?
the bread. I got this one, and he pulls out a book with a face on it.
With a face on it?
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna identify it.
All right, cool.
I am out of first level spell slots. Everybody.
It is an arcane grimoire.
Okay.
+1 to wizard attack rolls and saving throws. You can also, when you use your arcane recovery, you can increase the number of spell levels you gain by 1.
That's the exact book I have.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's it's fine. Unfortunately, it's the exact same one. What does mine look like? Does mine have a face on it? I don't think mine does.
No, yours just look very like old timey wizard.
Dang. That's okay. I'll keep mine. I don't have to copy everything to a new book.
Mhm.
Although, how much is it?
You already have one, and he
I do.
takes it and puts it below his.
I have one. A wizard always needs a backup, just in case. Why are you looking at me that way?
I thought you didn't have no more money. You said 8,500 for
I'm
the katana, and then you said 9,000 for the katana, and now you got more money.
I'm curious as to how much it is so I can come back and buy it. Or maybe one of my friends has more money.
This one, and he takes out a different book.
Oh, god damn it. I'm gonna burn a second level spell to bing! I need to sleep.
It's a +2 grimoire.
Ooh! Plus 2 attacks,
Yeah, it's the
attacks and
exact same
saves.
book, just with +2 instead.
Okay. How much is the plus 2?
6,500.
6,500?
Which guy? You want some money back? I got this one.
Would you keep the other books?
Yeah,
You
I
both?
keep my old one for a backup in case I lose it. Because if you lose your spell book, you're just fucked.
Yeah.
That's true.
True.
Does this come with any spells? Do you know that? Would
It does not.
Okay. That was how that worked.
I still have the one that's locked, the Crystal Spell Shard book
Mhm.
with a password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I'm
use that
sad you
legend
didn't
lore
get out
spell
of
on
the
it?
court. I'm gonna be honest.
You're really? Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I didn't think it was the appropriate time.
Well, I forgot you had it.
We can figure it out later.
I'll just move it to something else.
Okay. I'm
Can
gonna
you
take
use
it
that
out of everything
legend?
now.
Yeah.
Go into this room. Of course it's about to What?
That legend lore spell, would that help you get the password?
Like an old point and click adventure game.
That's an example of just magicking things away. Oh. Nah.
No.
If you want it, I will absolutely. Yeah, totally.
6,500? My friend here has 6,500, and I draw 6,500 out of the bag.
He takes the 500, slides the book underneath the little window well that he's been dealing with this whole time.
Now
What
down
was,
to
your,
zero.
what was your numbers? We're gonna do
5,
math.
9, 6, 7.
6, 7. And we're doing 65.
So I owe you. Actually, I have negative 533.
No, that's what I'm paying is the 5. Yeah. So
What else we got? Anything else you guys want to trying to get?
Nope.
that leaves me with this much.
I'm gonna put the book in the bag for now. I will deal with it later.
I guess I technically have silver, but whatever.
Okay.
My spell save DC is gonna be 20. Oh, fuck.
Let's go.
That's fucking sick. My spells, if I'm naked holding not my staff, I am plus 11. Okay.
Excellent. Should we find a place to change our clothes and sleep?
We should. Someone else is paying, because I am in debt.
It's Zadius' hometown, right?
Zadius is... Okay, you can't just shake your head no.
I didn't say it was my hometown.
But do you know a safe place we could go?
I mean, I would probably more.
safe for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably know a seedy place we could go. I don't know
Would you
how
know
to
a place where they're not going to kill us in our sleep, please?
It's a build trap.
I guess we could sleep in the middle of the street. I do have this rotted security.
I don't want to sleep in the middle of the street. Can we sleep in a bed?
Okay. There's beds in the rotted security.
We've been.
Well, can't we also just use the hammock?
We can use a hammock too, but let's find a place to put it.
Set up a Wait, so like, is the hammock still accessible from the outside?
I don't know how it works. It's not my item.
It's not my hammock.
Like, what is it called?
The hammock.
I wrote down weird hammock, and then because the Duke said he was putting it in his bag.
I don't know if it's a real item, is it? I thought you just kind of made it up. Okay.
I mean, it's a real item. You've got it, right?
I guess I'm the Duke right now. Bag. Here's the hammock.
We can hammock. We could also just sleep in it in.
Find a place.
I don't know. Whatever.
Just find a nice looking place. I don't know.
It's build strap.
Exactly my point. You guys are like, let's find a nice place. I'm like,
I didn't say.
we're
we have-
in.
I
We're
didn't
in.
say a nice place. I said a place where we won't be murdered in our sleep.
We're like in East Side St. Louis.
I
or
wouldn't
Detroit.
say that's an. If not getting murdered in your sleep equals a nice
fuck you, guy.
establishment, that's fucked up.
I hear the Detroit place is on the come up, bitch.
What'd you say, Roxy?
Fine.
I said my bar was somewhere we were not going to get murdered in our sleep, and he
Yeah,
said
I
you
mean-
guys wanted a nice place.
Well, I figured nice meant not being murdered in her sleep.
That's insane. Is my
Oh, I'm sorry.
point. That's a weird bar. The bar should not be that low.
I thought that was a pretty high bar. For
Honestly,
where we
that's
are.
where I took it too.
Okay.
Me, Roxanne agrees. Felix thinks that's insane.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. that makes
Okay, I'm gonna ask the guy behind the counter in the shop. Where would you? Where's a good inn?
Ah!
My God.
What?
I was
Thought you had no
told.
more money.
Just scared me.
We don't have. Just because we don't have magic item money doesn't mean we don't have sleeping and inn money.
I mean, you could go over to the Urchin Cross. People probably try to just hire you rather than mess with you.
Okay, let's go not there.
Okay.
We got one place we shouldn't go.
What's wrong with that?
It's like we've got multiple magic portals that we could just use for a safe place to sleep. Let's just do that.
I just want to sleep in the bed. That's all I really care about.
But what if I have beds in there? In the magic?
Are there beds in the magic?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Felix cast doubt.
Felix cast doubt?
Yeah.
Dang. You doubting the wizard?
I'm doubting your magic item that I don't understand.
Okay. Roll of security. The rod, you choose a form that the paradise takes. It could be a tranquil garden, a lovely glade, cheery tavern, immense palace, tropical island, fantastic carnival, or whatever else you can imagine. Regardless of its nature, the paradise contains enough water and food to sustain its visitors. Everything else that can be interacted with inside the extra-planar space can only exist there. For example, a flower picked from the garden in the paradise disappears if it's taken outside. So I can make it a cheery tavern with many a plush beds.
Okay.
Yo.
Or we can go down the street and find a place.
I mean, I don't care. I just want a bed.
Alright.
I'm
I'm
you
gonna
guys asking me for a place to stay, and you don't even want a place to stay.
I'll go, I'll ask where that place is that he suggested.
And he points towards the dock.
Towards the dock. Great.
The dock that.
What's it called again? Urchin?
The Urchin Cross.
Urchin Cross.
What's wrong with the Urchin Cross?
He says as I'm leaving. Urchin Cross. I'm gonna start heading there. Anybody else wanna go?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Let's do it.
So it's near the wharf, the Urchin Cross, and it is the easiest I can describe it to you, and you have actually, I believe, been here once before. It is like the place where Jack Sparrow goes to try to recruit his crew at the beginning of the movie. It's kind of like that inside, where like people are just drunk, people are having a good time. There's a couple people trying to acquire crew for their ships. There's a couple people that are coming back from just having been a pirate, and they have committed their piracy and are splitting the spoils. But in general, this is a very large tavern that has a ton of tables that line all the walls, and I believe you guys had met Gib Joshe in the past prior to meeting Oko. He is still here. He is still recruiting, and he would look to see you come in, nod a little bit, but not come and approach you. The only thing that the only people that do approach you is out of a drunken stupor. They bump into you, and there's like a glance to and from each of you that is like whether or not this person meant to do it and whether or not they're gonna throw down. And
Steady on.
Because you're all tall as fuck and fully kitted, oftentimes you're bumped into, they look up and then go, nope, don't want that smoke. Other times you're bumped into Felix. You would be able to clock pretty easily that some of these people had bumped into you guys in order to try to snag something. Because I can try to... The closest I got was 25, which almost does it.
That's not too far
You
off.
barely catch this man, as he I'll say this guy actually does get to take a pouch from Farmer Dan as he's wandering through. You spot it,
Snatch.
and
I like grab his wrist.
grab his wrist with the pouch still in hand.
Thanks for picking that
And
up
he
for my friend, bud.
He drops it like nothing happened and goes, "What are you talking about?
You picked it up because it fell on the ground, right?
Pick that up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To return it to my friend, right?
He kicks it up with his boot and catches it with the other hand.
Here you go, Dan.
Thank you.
Is it like fucking corn seed or something?
There was no switch that happened.
Fucking beans.
He
Yeah,
rolled a 19.
it's corn.
He rolled a 19 and he didn't beat it with a passive perception of 27.
Do I punch him in the face though?
You might. I don't know.
Bar fight!
Oh hell yeah! I punch him in the face.
Okay. He's a commoner, which means he has 4 hit points.
Oh,
I
if
do
you-
minimum 6.
If you hit him,
He just straight up
You
died.
will knock him unconscious.
It's like the mountain.
No, I mean,
It really is.
when you think
Like,
about it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're talking
You're
about
crushing
strength.
Oberyn's head in your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 19 on die.
Crit.
That hits him. He's unarmored and drunk. You're rolling with advantage if you want it.
It's still a 19 on die.
Hey,
Awesome.
Punching him through
So-
a wall.
so
I think it's justified.
He gets knocked out.
I mean, I don't.
I don't think you're doing lethal damage with
No.
that. Just punching a motherfucker. And you knock out a guy in a bar who, like in this place, nobody even bats an eye that guy just punched that guy. Shouldn't have been messing with whatever he was messing with.
Yeah.
There are like maybe 4 people across the floor in various places in the bar. Some of them from their drunkenness, some of them from the fight that they got into.
I'm gonna grab the guy that he just knocked out by the, like right here, like you're trying to pick him up, and I'm gonna drag him and lean him up against the wall and just put a bottle in his arms.
Next
so hopefully he wakes up.
Next
he's
to
like,
another
"Oh,
guy
man."
who slumped over in
Yep.
the same way, and he sees you place the bottle and he goes,
I'm gonna go.
What?
Slap the bottle. He's trying to take the bottle, so I was gonna slap the bottle.
Wait.
"Oh, I'm the
No,
guy
no,
in this."
that is-
case."
sorry.
I thought you wanted me to
No,
do something.
no.
So
I'll give him a little cheek pat. Good job. And then, good job. That'll do, pig.
Yeah, it's like I'm not the most perceptive, so if somebody gets caught trying to steal from me, gotta teach them a lesson.
You hit him with some farm strength.
That was level 1 Farmer Dan strength.
So you guys came in the Urchin Cross. The rooms are only 10 copper a piece. You can get several rooms if you want to. Technically, it's not necessary for you to do so if you just get buy a room in order to go into a demiplane anyway. But if you'd like, you get 6 rooms for 60 gold or 60 copper.
Felix wanted a bed, so at least one room. And then can we just have a corner for our little rod?
I'm fine with doing the rod. It's
No, you
fine.
can have a bed.
You said there'll be a bed in the rod. I trust you.
Okay.
I don't get it, but
We'll all huddle into this room, and then I'll go, okay, guys.
but surely
Yeah.
it's safer
Oh.
to do it this way.
I am bringing cannoli with us.
No.
What's the description of the hammock?
I think it's.
How does the
8
hammock
options,
work? Is
yeah.
the hammock just like a Mordenkind's hut, whatever it is?
I'm looking to see if I.
And like only people we allow can come in it or whatever
Yeah.
like that. Isn't that how that
Mhm.
works?
Yeah.
Or kind of whatever. The other one.
Magnificent mansion.
Just another word for hammock.
Hammock.
Trying to see
Hot.
I'm trying to see if there's.
I was like, I don't think there is another word for hammock but
No,
hammock.
but like.
There probably is, but I couldn't think. I cannot think of one.
Synonym.
Synonym
Or-
for hammock.
Hammock.
I'm seeing if there's a
Birth bed kit. Billet.
Leisure cot.
Pit.
All right.
Tree bed.
Wow. We got tons.
Sleeping accommodation.
Trundle. Pallet. Hay, pad, layer, rack, couch, sack, one's pit, Davenport,
The sack.
cradle, crib, chassis, bassinet, mattress.
Okay. Let me see. Maybe if I have it in my notes. No. So, if you use the hammock, you're unaware of whether or not people can see the hammock and join you.
If you're what? I'm sorry.
If you are using the hammock, you have to just set up the hammock,
Mm-hmm.
and you are unaware of whether or not people can join you, because all you do is set up a hammock. Are you setting it up?
I'm gonna lock the door. Let's set up the hammock.
Okay. So you lock the door, you attach the string from one side of, you find a nail that is just precariously pointing outward, and definitely would give somebody tetanus, and tetanus, and you find the bedpost of the definitely a bit moldy bed that you can hang it off on the other side. And as soon as you connect from the wall to the bedpost, the hammock automatically goes.
Huh.
It looks like a normal hammock.
I'm gonna hop inside.
And Atasha's gone.
Nice! What's it look like in this hammock?
You're not in the hammock. You're on an island.
I promised Felix a bed.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna have Cannoli go first.
Cannoli's surprisingly able to fit into this room, and he jumps in. And
Oh fuck! There's a
Cannoli is-
unicorn in the room.
It's a Pegasus.
and
Okay,
Cannoli-
keep going.
Cannoli is gone.
I'm gonna follow him.
You are also gone. You show up in. It reminds you of the island that that he yelled for Winston's help, and what is he going to do now? This is the vibe that we're getting. You're just on a very remote island, very beautiful. If you had to stay here for forever, you'd be losing your mind. But it is a harmless, safe place to be.
Who else is coming? We all jumping in the
I'm
hammock?
coming in.
Let's go, boys.
Okay, so
There's no
you
bed.
you get a beach episode inside of the bilge trap episode.
Is there at least a
Um,
hammock on this side?
Beach episode.
There's not, but you can make one. I know that you guys have about like 145 billion feet of rope between everyone who has 50 feet of rope.
I have some amount of
Also
rope.
sleeping bags and stuff on the
Sure.
nice, soft, warm sand.
I'll take a.
Sorry, there's not a bed.
That's fine.
I feel a
I'll
little
spring
bad.
up a hammock.
The one thing that is unfortunate is that the sun is always up, which immediately gives Felix a small amount of PTSD
Oh,
from
damn it.
residing in the Beastlands, where he was either always sun up or sundown, or. But you guys aren't staying here long enough to know that this is the way it would be. This is a great place to vacation, for sure.
We got a
But
little beach
only for a while. There's no food here, so you have to bring food with you or deal with that another way. However, you can get your long rest for once without the stress of the Beastland or the Fae looming over you.
Cool.
My per day stuff recharges. Let's go.
It does. It does.
Importance.
And I would say we end session here because we're at a pretty good stopping point after the rest to be able to track down Oko or Etakune or what have you. And I would ask that we make a plan for where we're going and what we're doing so that we can try to figure that out. There's multiple ways to find out where this man is. I just need to know which one you guys are going to try to do. All the way to the point of where you like literally become clouds and just go look for him. I don't think that's a very good strategy, but I guess it is a strategy.
It's like,
who's
well,
our
let-
connection here?
I mean, it's like we
Exactly.
went to Bilge Trap because there was a connection.
Yeah.
So we go to that connection.
What was my connection? I don't remember that at all.
This is just your area.
I was like, no, there's definitely a connection.
Yeah.
You mentioned it.
You have a connection everywhere.
Wait, no, I have a guy everywhere, but like,
Ugon
I
is
don't
the-
remember there was like a specific thing with. Yeah.
No, so he'd be able to
This is a criminal
some amount of
underworld.
information.
You had a personal connection with that Akune. I Felix believe you know shit that's going on here for sure.
Oh.
But you can fairly
hope you
easily
put that.
you have seen
I
you
don't
have
think
seen
I know.
Joshe here, and that means either Oko is nearby or not too far, to where if you wanted to speak with him about trying to find an Akune, you can go about that route.
Okay.
So let's do that route then.
Okay,
Sweet.
cool. Well, that will end episode 71.
I got a guy everywhere.